Hello and welcome everybody to the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet as we are live streaming and preparing for day 3 of the NFL draft. It starts in roughly 6 minutes. We're getting everything set up over here. I'm going to have my TV to the right of me, and I also will have some volume on these picks and stuff. And we're going to do live chat and breakdown. So everybody's welcome to the live chat. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. All right, we are now 3 minutes away from the start of the draft. I'm excited because yesterday, day one and day two, 5 defensive players. I love it. My Cowboys need help on defense. I really love our first round pick. We were able to gain an extra third round pick, just going back 2 spots from the Eagles, and we still got the top corners were taken right before Dallas could pick. So we went with the best linebacker by far in this draft, I believe, with Michael Parsons, and I am greatly excited about him. We are 1 minute away from the draft. You'll hear the TV as well. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm also going to be doing this on my answering messages on my phone. Here we go with the final day of the NFL draft, rounds 4 through 7, people. You all can get in the chat now. Let me know who y'all want. Rounds 4 through 7. Who are your sleeper picks? What do you want your team to go out and get? What your team needs? Let me know if you like the first 3 rounds that your team has made. Here we go. Roger Goodell's at the podium to start the NFL draft, day 3. I mean, I think Dallas should have put me up there.
All right, so it's 5 minutes per pick. Here is Urban Meyer of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they went Travis Tyson
Now,
to start.
these rounds 4 through 7 go the fastest. You don't have as much time to make your pick. You got like 3 minutes.
Safety, and these are your top players available for the Jaguars to choose from.
Yeah, and when you look at the kind of the needs that they have, I see the tight end hanging out there. Brevin Jordan Charles has been advocating for a tight end to go with the young quarterback with Jacksonville. I think that would make some sense. And as I mentioned, guys, there's a lot of good defensive linemen, and Urban Meyer built his defense at Florida and at Ohio State on that defensive front.
It'll be fun to watch how that progresses as well, and how quickly he can not just put his stamp on it, but that speed part of it too. It's not just the linemen that are big; those guys who get upfield, penetrate, and disrupt. He wants to attack on defense as he does on offense.
Walker Little's a player that a lot of people around the league said if he had played.
Hello there, Sanders. Welcome to day 3 of the NFL Draft and my live stream. Appreciate you joining us, Sanders.
We also know what the shot con Jacksonville Jaguars are also all about. What that is about having two continents of fans. We all know that Shot Khan has a financial stake in Wembley and certainly a lot of sports in the United Kingdom. And the Jaguars are essentially going to be playing a game in London, if not two, for Evercore. And the pick that's being
Okay, so here we go with about 3 minutes. The Jaguars got about somewhere between like 3 to 5 minutes to make your selections. Usually rounds 4 through 7. These picks kind of fly in. They do a lot of commercials. That part annoys me during the draft, but some of these picks you won't see live. They'll be shown on the screen a lot of times during commercials and stuff. So I will relay those picks. Fellow fans, I'm waiting for my Cowboys to make their pick here. I think we did good enough for the defense. I think, and you all, like I said, you all are welcome to get in the live stream chat. Let me know what you want your teams to get. Who's your team? How you feel about how they've done the first 2 days? Like I said, whenever those first 2 corners, the best 2 corners in this draft went 8 and 9 right before Dallas picked the 10th. I love that they moved back. Although they're traded with the Eagles of all teams, moved back from 10 to 12, and we got by far the best linebacker still in Micah Parsons. He is going to be an instant impact on my Dallas defense. And we picked up an extra 3rd-round pick, and we took a really good corner. He was probably my 4th best corner there in the 3rd round. So I think we've done a really, really good job. Now, maybe we might think about a couple offensive linemen for the Cowboy fans that are on the stream or whatever or watching. You can never have enough old linemen because last year, especially whenever they got hurt, that old line was just abysmal, as well as that secondary. But we have definitely that defense has been taken care of in this draft. So I'm just excited. For day 3, I'm excited to get it started. Let's get rocking and rolling, everybody.
And to go back to what Rich brought up last night, okay, all the way through when David Cunningham coach talked, when you heard Nick Caserio talk, there's nothing about
Right.
changing and moving on.
The Jacksonville Jaguars pick is in. We are waiting for them to get to the podium. Also, for you all that are that do come into the live chat, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. There is a bunch of content. I always put a lot of content on my show. It's a sports like live show / podcast. I've got probably over 50 videos in just 45 days. I'm not even 2 months in to being a YouTuber, but there's like seriously like 40, 50 videos on there, so go and check those out. Also, I'm kind of curious today. We're in day 3 of the draft. Do you all think there's going to be any Aaron Rodgers movement? I feel like the Green Bay Packers know that they have to trade him.
With the 106th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jay Tufele, defensive tackle, USC. Let's go.
Jacksonville Jaguars select Jay Tufele out of USC, defensive tackle, with the first pick in the 4th round and to start day 3 off.
How about that? Jake Tufele, another one who did not play this last season. He was an opt-out. You go back and watch him in 2019. He's like a bull in a china shop. He is very destructive at the line of scrimmage, winning his one-on-one battles. He plays as a free technique over guard. He can play
Got the Jets on the clock next, followed by the Falcons, then Carolina, then the hometown team there, Cleveland, then Cincinnati, Detroit, Cleveland again, then the Falcons again, and then Dallas, followed by the Giants, the Rams, the Chargers, the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Rams. Honestly, I think this guy's a reach. I thought he was 6th round talent, to be honest. But hey, as I've been saying every day in this draft, if you think he's your man, go and get him. Forget what everybody else thinks and says. It's all about each player fitting your scheme.
So if he's taking a player out of the Pac-12, which he was talking about predominantly on those Saturdays, he knows the player and he knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's sitting with Reggie Bush in that line.
And there were a lot of USC alums who were whispering in his ear, "Hey, you should come over here."
Well, he also apparently offered Jake Tufele a scholarship to go to the Ohio State. He went to USC, so it took a while. And then but Urban Meyer's finally gotten his man. Now the Jets have chosen. The Atlanta Falcons are on the clock. This is what the Jets did. They took Jack Wilson's first overall and then traded up for, I guess, Tufele's teammate. To take Vera Tucker at guard, Elijah Vera Tucker at guard. They traded up and coughed up 2 threes to do it. And then with the 2nd overall pick last night, took Elijah Moore. And now let's get the New York Jets pick here.
Live from the Atlantic Health Jets Training Center, I'm Leon Washington, former Jets 4th round pick and current coach. And with the 107th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Michael Carter, running back, North Carolina.
The Jets select Michael Carter, running back, North Carolina.
To the Jets, it's not Javonte Williams, it's his teammate who's a very good player, Michael Carter. He's one of the highest rated players I had left on the board. You see the comparison here on the bottom with Devontae Freeman. When I'm watching myself some Devontae Freeman, you also hear the compliment, maybe a faster version of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's patient.
Hey, Lucas, go downstairs and go get our
He's
food.
got great vision.
Bub,
And then you'll see the
Mariah's text. Go downstairs and go get the food.
How loose and the change of direction you see from him here. Again, just stop, start quickness. He's got it in a big way. Coming downhill again, foot in the ground. This is that game against Miami.
All right.
Ran wild on the Hurricanes.
This might be a good running back. You know, me anymore, I'm not very fond of the running back position that much anymore. It's just become too pass heavy as a league. And this is about where I think running backs are going to start going here in years to come. Here soon, I think running backs aren't really going to be start to be taken until like the 3rd and 4th round. They're just not that much valued anymore. They're really not. I definitely think in this round there's going to be a lot of receivers taking off.
And that rule went all defense last year. First time in Carolina. So let's get the Atlanta Falcons first pick of the day from the stage. Just stay here.
The Atlanta Falcons pick is in. the 108th pick.
Fan of the year, the Atlanta Falcons.
Thank you.
Now, the diehard fan would come up here and say what was wrong about last night's choices, because I knew that's a New York thing. I enjoyed it.
With the 108th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Darren Hall, defensive back, San Diego State.
Falcons select Darren Hall, defensive back, San Diego State. They're letting fans of the year for their teams make some picks in this draft, which is kind of cool. You're interacting with the fans after basically not having fans last year. You know, all these sports out there miss having their fans. So it's good to actually let fans interact. They also have a chair up there for the fans to sit up there. Yesterday it was kind of funny. Cleveland had they had this Macho Man Cleveland fan up there. He was funny. He had me rolling.
Stuff the truck is usually end of the day. We've been on the air for a million hours, really getting. And the Titans just traded in the meantime. We got news.
Titans just traded in.
The Rutledge run reveal later on today with 8 NFL legends running 40s. That's later on.
2021 NFL Draft is presented by Verizon, built right for business.
We're here for small business every day. And to celebrate, we're doing something special. Come in for Verizon Small Business Days. Our team of trained business specialists will give you a complimentary tech evaluation to help jumpstart communications, connectivity, and security. We'll design a technology approach that's tailored for your business. Plus, limited time offers worth up to $1,000. Come into our participating store or book a virtual appointment to jumpstart your tech.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Only Invisalign treatment uses smart track technology. It moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners, so I can create custom treatment plans for every smile.
All right.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven roasted turkey, piled high with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. So let's get out there and get those footlongs. Now at Subway, buy one footlong in the app and get 150% off. Subway, eat fresh.
This is our block, our place, our people. Our block is just like yours, full of the people who shaped you.
Hey, Bubby, go ahead and eat.
Serve care and access to the vaccine.
All right. Waiting on the commercial. Give you all the trade details. And also the Titans pick after they traded up.
That's how it all moved forward. Not having a ride to get the vaccine.
They probably traded a 6th or 7th round pick to move up.
You want help? Donate a ride today. I'm Steve Sabol of NFL Films. The Pro Football Hall of Fame memorializes the legacy of 9 of its newest inductees. Playing in this position has never been played before. Hall of Famer forever. Tonight after the draft on NFL Network. So the next date on the NFL calendar to circle is the schedule release, where we circle every date of every regular season.
Also, remember, the NFL schedule release is Wednesday, May 12th at 8 o'clock. Do y'all like that we're going to 17 regular season games now? And one less preseason game?
Standing guard there.
draft, the Tennessee Titans select Dez Fitzpatrick, wide receiver, Louisville.
Yeah, you lose Corey Davis. You want to get out here.
Tennessee Titans take Dez Fitzpatrick, wide receiver out of Louisville.
He's a long strider, kind of builds his feet as he goes down the field. He can really high point the football. He had Tutu Atwell really going over the top, and then you saw Des Fitzpatrick really kind of a 50-50 ball guy there for Scott Satterfield, that Louisville offense. Does a good job getting off press coverage. His hands, Charles, I thought were a little inconsistent. You see some of those special catches, then you have some drops. That was the only negative you had with him.
Well, they did need to upgrade there because A.J. Brown's going to get all the attention. All right, everything's going to get kicked to him. Remember in the offseason when I got Josh Reynolds from the Rams, but he's never been a frontline guy. He's not been a featured guy. Des Fitzpatrick comes right in and competes to take some of that pressure off of A.J. Brown and make sure that they can continue to move the ball.
All right, so now the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. Fans here for the Cleveland Browns are going to be very happy about what they've done so far. I mean, two thumping defensive players, one big tall corner, and then you got Olusegun Koromoa who went last night. He was 15th on your draft board. DJ,
Here comes the hometown pick, Cleveland Browns.
value, and then Anthony Schwartz out of Auburn to add to the receiving core that's expected to get Odell Beckham Jr. back as good as new.
They got a lot of speed with Schwartz, probably the fastest player according to track times in college football. So they got that going for him. I thought the Olusegun Koromoa, in terms of the value, you can make the case has been the best pick in the draft thus far with where they're able to get him. When you look at where they could go here at this point in time, again, I think defensive line going to keep beating that drum here. That's a need they haven't checked off yet.
So as you might imagine, we're not going anywhere from the pick from right here with tons of Browns fans eager to hear who the fourth player selected in this draft by the 11-win team. And by the way, when the schedule gets released, a third
Here comes the selection for the Cleveland Browns.
playoff game last year. Things are looking up here in the draft today.
It's great to be here representing my home. Town having the lovely Browns fans right in front of me. With the 110th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Cleveland Browns select James Hudson, tackle Cincinnati.
Cleveland Browns take James Hudson, tackle out of Cincinnati.
James Hudson, who's a transfer from Michigan, former defensive lineman, who has the opportunity to be a swing tackle. He can play left tackle, he can play right tackle. He's got outstanding quickness when you see him come out of the stance. It's noticeable. You saw it in the Senior Bowl as well. He pops out of there very quick. He can generate some movement in the run game. You see him able to displace here, get that inside arm, and create some movement. He's heavy-handed at the point of attack. You see a little bit of that former defensive lineman in him to be able to torque and turn. At the Senior Bowl, I thought there was a little bit of inconsistency, but man, you can get excited just watching him move here and watch him finish at the end working against Cooper from Ohio State. Another time shows you that hand strength when he gets latched on to be able to control you. And flashes a sharp punch. This is an area he's got to be a little more consistent with his hands, Charles. But this is a guy who's a tremendous athlete and a very good offensive line. Now you got some depth.
And DJ, I'm glad you brought up the former.
Here we go. Cincinnati's on the clock. Their pick is in. Then you got the Lions. Then you got Cleveland again. Then the Falcons, and then the greatest football franchise in all of sports, and the greatest sports franchise in all of sports, period, the Dallas Cowboys. Panthers got a 5th and 7th round for trading down earlier with the Titans.
That Sam Darnold trade is a lot cheaper. And those picks are recouped in that Sam Darnold trade already. Look what they did. They got a 6-pack for Teddy Bridgewater. They got the next year's 4th from Houston. Carolina's accumulating.
They are doing exactly that. We'll be hearing them quite a bit for the rest of the day. Here are some notable draft picks in this round delivered by Pizza Hut. Remember, this was another moment where I'm like, what is up with that? They draft RG3 in the first round, trade all the way up to go get him, and then in the 4th round, take Kirk Cousins in Washington. Now he's in Minnesota, as we all know, and Dak Prescott chosen in the 4th round, and who knew he was about to just get thrown in there because Tony Romo was going to get hurt in the subsequent preseason. And then Dak starts and then never relinquishes it unless, of course, he has a catastrophic injury. Can't wait to see him come back now that he has been pizzazed. Okay, kids, let's get out there. Let's run. Run Cleveland. Well, you see the youngsters running here. Later on, you're going to see 8 NFL legends run. Vic and Ray Lewis and Jerry Rice and Ron Woods and TD, just to name a few, as part of Run Rich Run. As we're waiting for the Cincinnati Bengals' latest choice here in this draft, they went Jamar Chase, Jackson Carmen, Joseph Asai, and now here is their choice from Zach Taylor, making the choice from Cincinnati. Here we go. See what the non, if you will, host team here in Ohio comes up with.
Pick 111, 2021 NFL Draft. The Cincinnati Bengals select Cam Sample, defensive end from Tulane. Let's get it, Cam.
Cincinnati Bengals select Cameron Sample, defensive end out of Tulane. Detroit is now on the clock. Detroit has the next 2 picks. Looks like there was another trade.
But it reminds me a lot, DJ and Peter, of Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, who they picked up in the offseason from New Orleans. Similar body type, similar play style, more speed trying to get up to the quarterback. And he has a guy that played with it too late, Patrick Johnson, who we may hear his name called later in the day as well, played on the opposite side.
Yeah, just because the Bengals selected Jamar Chase, a wide receiver, over Penei Sewell, doesn't mean they're going to be a finesse team. You see what they've done since then, aside this pick. They're trying to beef up in the trenches as well. I think Jamar Chase was just too hot a prospect, too good connection with Joe Burrow that they couldn't pass him.
Well, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast there are 2 teams with just 2 picks on this final day, Seattle and Detroit. Detroit was about to pick, and then they traded in to pick twice in a row. And I think they might have used their final pick of the day. So hopefully Lions fans are tuned in. This appears to be your last 2 picks of the 2021 NFL Draft. We'll check on the draft details in a moment, but tune in.
With the 112th selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC. One pride, baby! Yeah!
Well, that was their number 1 need to me.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC. Detroit Lions.
Very physical, very tough. He does a lot of dirty work there for the Trojans. But I would also say keeping that theme alive. That's their 3rd Pac-12 player. Brad Holmes, their general manager. But obviously coming from the Rams, knows those players very well.
So the Lions did give their final draft choice of the draft to move into this spot, 113 overall, and go back to back. But Lions fans, take heart. You got the 3rd to last pick in this year's draft as well. So come back in. We'll tell you who 113 is, and then go about your business.
This one's for every NFL fan, hoping that this will finally be the year your team's GM will hear you through the TV. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Once
Resort life. Poolside yoga is about to start, and I'm doing swan pose. I've learned all about flexibility from using free hotel cancellation on Travelocity. You should see my downward decory. Travelocity. Wander wisely. Bring on spring. Calculators to help you launch your projects, and deliveries for the store comes to you. This is doing like never before. This is the Home Depot. Our doers get more done.
I'll be observing your safe driving abilities. When your car's right, you can enter
Here we
a
go. We're on commercial break right now.
One time I tripped on the sidewalk over here. Who just gives away what?
Snapchat. Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less. There's an app.
That came out of nowhere.
Welcome to the party, my friend.
Stop now. We're talking about those epic matchups.
That was out of control. It couldn't get any better than this.
And instant classic. We'll live forever. We're here for the Thursday night throwdown. Sunday morning breakdown.
This is going to his legacy.
And all the inside lowdown.
This is a deal unlike anything that the NFL has seen.
It's a little bit of a risk, but it's a risk I believe they're going to take.
Your team.
They drafted to be that physical team. They added so much speed.
Our team.
This is such an exciting time for a fan. What we got is pretty good.
I'm loving this.
Every team. If it happens in this league,
They are the most interesting team in the AFC.
we're all here for it.
Just waiting for the it to get to commercial to give you all your 113th pick for the Lions, second straight pick in a row in the fourth round. And then their last pick is all the way from third to last in the seventh round. So they won't have another pick until then.
Once the draft includes the 9, are being inducted options. They wish they were with us to know they are immortal. Steve Sable, Bill Nunn, Alex Karras, George Young, Bobby Dillon, Winston Hill, Duke Slater, Max Speedy, Nick Sprinkle will get their due on NFL Network tonight. So again, it wasn't the last scheduled pick for the Lions, 5th round pick, 153rd overall is what they, along with a 2022 4th round pick, gave to Cleveland so they could move up to make the pick that's about to be announced. And then many picks from now.
They gave Cleveland their 5th round pick, 153rd, and a next year's 4th round pick.
Here on NFL Network. It is ownership of the Detroit Lions making this pick after Cam Sample was selected by the Bengals. The Lions have gone back-to-back right here with Amon St. Brown of USC, and we'll see what's going on now with the Lions.
With the 113th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Derek Barnes, linebacker from Purdue. Go Lions!
Derek Barnes, linebacker from Purdue.
Switch from outside to playing off the ball as an inside linebacker. And somebody that has really long arms and he uses them to really stack blocks. He shoots his hands and keeps opponents off of his chest so he can get downhill and make tackles. I'd be curious to see if they are going to stack him off the ball, as you see right here, or are they going to let him rush the quarterback off the edge? You see the range and the speed. It's legit. He's a legit 4-5 guy with his speed coming both in range and off the edge here. He's a little bit tight.
Falcons are now on the clock.
But when he gets going in a straight line, he gets there in a hurry. He's got tremendous range, plays with great effort to pursue. And here's some of the pass rush. The power, that speed to power, to get a bull rush, put the tackle right on his back and finish. He's got those just strong, heavy hands. In other words, he gets his hands on you, Charles. You see bodies move.
Yeah, I love when you use that term because those heavy hands are used to do what you want to do, not what the other guy wants to do. And Peter,
Falcons pick is in. Just awaiting the waiting for them to say what the pick is.
Jalen Riggs-Maven is an outside backer now who's done most of his work on special teams. That might be where Bronx will compete first.
Charles, you worked with him for many years. Who's in that draft room?
Chris Spielman, and look at the draft we've had so far. We've had some big, strong,
Is
big,
Spielman's drafted
physical
high?
guys.
This guy's going 100 miles per hour, and he's going to be a guy that you can look to as a leader.
Well, the Lions' next pick is deep into the 7th round, so I placed their card aside for the moment. The latest Atlanta Falcons pick from atop the flip chart, Arthur Blank.
NFL fans to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons. And on behalf of all of our fans, we want to acknowledge and recognize the great work that our personnel department and coaching staff has done. And with another pick, number 114, in the 2021 draft, we select Drew Dahlman, the offensive center from Stanford University.
Drew Dahlman, Stanford center, going to the Falcons.
The only question really was the size, and he showed up at the pro day, and you see the weight right there, which is fine. He's got outstanding athleticism. You see him moving laterally. He plays with great awareness. We talked to Coach Shaw. He said this guy's ridiculously smart. He's a great leader in the locker room. Kind of has that offensive line makeup that you're looking for. Very quick hands, very quick feet. There are times when you see him struggle with power a little bit. But Peter, when you look at the Atlanta Falcons over the last few years, even though this is a new regime, they have invested a lot of draft capital in the offensive line, a lot of first-round picks, and this is, to me, is a second-round type player they got here in the 4th.
That's a great value then, new regime, new first-year general manager, and of course a new coach, Arthur Smith.
Yeah, look at this NFL player comparison presented by G. Let's go ahead and keep it in the family. That's his dad, Chris Dahlman. That's the player comparison. And one of the things you see, Chris Dahlman finishing, staying with it, that's what you're going to get out of his son, Drew Dahlman. This is a guy who plays with great effort. And guys, they had a big-time center there. It's down the West Coast playing for San Francisco named Alex Mack. Drew Dahlman has similar traits. Smart, quickness, the ability to get upfield and get to the second level.
Well, in terms of quickness, when we come back, there's a lot of picks. 6 yards are on the clock at 118, and the Cowboys, Giants, and Rams have already selected. So lots of things to tell you about when we come back to Cleveland.
The Cowboys pick is in. Waiting to let you all, Cowboy Nation, know after these commercial breaks right here. Whoever it is, he's probably going to be a really good player, I hope. Who knows? We might even draft my son over here to become one of our cheerleaders. Look at that. He didn't even hear me. He's on his phone with the headset on. Nothing, Bubby. You didn't even hear me. You good.
Only Invisalign treatment uses smart track technology. It moves teeth and predictably than ordinary aligners, so I could create custom treatment plans for every smile.
We both love this place.
I'm pretty sure we have everything in order.
Pretty sure. Rocky, you could be certain. What's the difference? I'm pretty sure in order to extract the upper part cost.
Yeah, certain is better.
Well, you need to be certain of how much home you can afford. Rocky can.
Switch to Farmers and you can save an average of $467 on your auto insurance just by phoning it in to Farmers.
Just like phoning it in.
Phone it in.
Yeah, just phone it in. It's great.
I'm phoning it in and save $444 for switching my homeowner's insurance too.
I don't know what you're waiting for. Phone it in already.
Switch and save just by calling Farmers today. Go ahead, phone it in.
Phone it in, why don't you?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Tonight, I'll be eating a pork bun meat with extra jalapenos. Thanks, baby.
Yeah, we about to get spicy for this virtual day. Spicy like the pajama pants. But the top half of me looks good. No wonder we still single. Hello, Lemmy 28. Wait a minute, I know a Lemmy 28. Ooh, Lemmy is cute. Can I get some privacy, please?
Tonight, after the Hall of Fame Shredman Special. 3 days, 7 rounds, 259 picks, countless questions, one place to make sense of it all. NFL Solo Access is your post-draft headquarters. We're talking the best picks and the bust picks, the unexpected trades, and the undeniable talent.
Here we go. How do y'all think of the fourth round draft so far? Did they draft team needs?
Back here in Cleveland, Ohio, Daniel Jeremiah, who had 88 of his top 100 go in the first 105 picks, says these are the best still on the draft board in his top 200. Here we are on a third crisp, clear day in Ohio. Now we send things to someone very familiar to NFL fans to make the Cowboys' choice.
Live from the Ford Center, home of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm here with my grandson, James Jones.
With the 115th pick in its 2021 NFL Draft, Dallas Cowboys select Jabril Cox, linebacker, LSU.
Put him on.
Oh my! This is like second-rate talent. What is? Wow! Jabril Cox, linebacker out of LSU. I was waiting to see when he was coming off the board. He was evaluated to be somewhere between before the 60th pick. He goes to Dallas in the fourth round at 115.
Then he makes a transfer, right? He transfers to LSU, wants to step up in competition. He not only steps on the field and makes plays, he becomes the immediate leader of that LSU defense. Talk about downhill triggers, see it, trust your eyes, and go. He can really, really run. In zone coverage, the awareness, get your eyes in the backfield. He's got long arms and length, and that helps block those lanes. And he's very fluid. This is his first game at LSU. Watch him open up his hips. Not only make a play on the ball, but it's a house call, like an introduction to his time there in Baton Rouge. This is a house call. Yeah, absolutely. Look at the pieces.
Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, Micah Parsons, and Jabril Cox. That's the Cowboys linebacking core. This is awesome. I am excited.
We're great to just select in 116th pick. Ellison Smith, linebacker from Northern Iowa. Welcome to the family, to the New York Giants family linebacker you. Well, there's the Northern Iowa player.
Ellerson Smith, linebacker out of Northern Iowa, or edge rusher out of Northern Iowa. Going to the Giants.
He's very springy coming off the edge. Did a nice job again. We talk about the Senior Bowl helping kids and helped him as well. Not only had a good week of practice, but he played really well in the game. He's got that little club swim move, right? He'll slap you with one arm and then swim over the top of you with the other. He destroys tight ends and Triggs. When you look at what they've done here, Ojulari is an edge rusher. They announced Ellerson Smith as a linebacker. He's going to stand up and rush off the edge. You can see they're just trying to build on what is a very good Giants defense.
He's long, he's athletic, but gosh, he is still developing a raw product. And you're right, in Patrick Graham's defense, what they're building, you put him at OLB, but he is pass rush. That is a pass rusher. That is his specialty. Long, athletic player. I think a lot of teams thought this guy might be a project. No, they'll get him going down there with the Giants.
And they also, again, had a pick in the first round in Kadarius Toney out of Florida for a very important evaluation year for Daniel Jones. And also, by moving around the draft board to choose Aaron Robinson, a defensive back out of UCF, the Giants amassed a 1, 3, and a 4 next year's draft. The 1 and the 4 from Chicago, so the Bears can go get Justin Fields. And then Miami coughed up a 3 last night to trade with the Giants. They've got moving right there.
They've done it well. I gave Dave Gettleman a hard time and said, you see NASCAR right turns before you see Dave Gettleman trade the draft, and now he's Trader Dave.
Trader Dave. Here's announcer Don Aponte of the NFL.
With the 117th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Bobby Brown, nose tackle, Texas A&M.
Bobby Brown the third, defensive tackle, Texas A&M.
That was cool, Charles. All right. Is somebody you're going to be able to fill in and take over for Michael Brockers, who's going to be that big? They've always had this type of player on their defensive front. He's big. He's going to be able to hold the point of attack. You can't move him off the ball. There's times where I thought
He's going to the Rams.
I like to see him get off and make more plays. But again, he's going to be firm at the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep those linebackers clean, so you're not going to be able to get up to him.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, but there's also the extra element of, remember, Aaron Donald's going to eat up a lot of stuff for him, right? So that holding on to blockers for him straights, that's good, but he has that ability to get upfield and have a little wiggle to himself and make a play. He might get a chance to make a few more with Aaron Donald being occupied.
You know whose voice plays a huge role in all this? Jimbo Fisher. I know a lot of teams were talking to Jimbo about his Texas A&M players, and he was raving about Brown. It was Kellen Mond, the quarterback, and Brown, this guy. You said it. Aaron Donald. Not only does he eat a lot of space, he's a lot of salary cap. Now you hear have a 4th-round pick you put next to him. That is the economics at its best right there by the Rams front office.
Could the Rams not be bothered to make a pick from Malibu? Is that what you said? You do it from Cleveland? We're just.
I think the deposit ran out.
You got the Vikings, Patriots, Rams up again, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Washington up next.
The Los Angeles Chargers select Chris Rump, defensive end, Duke.
Chris Rump the second, edge rusher out of Duke, is the Chargers pick.
At his best year of his career, I could see Rump trying to fill in that type of role in this scheme. He's got big time juice. He's got an excellent get off. The burst he has off the line of scrimmage is outstanding, and he's just real slippery, Charles, as a rusher. He's the son of a coach, and you can tell he's been coached up. His only thing is just getting bigger and stronger. He's going to have time to learn and grow there. Remember, Jenner Nwosu's a good player. You've also got, when you look at obviously the man and Joey Bosa, right? He's going to have to pick and choose his spots, but he'll get on the field in some situations.
And I think that's a great starting spot for him, Peter, in these tough situations, because he has to hit the weight room more. He's got to get bigger and thicker. But you put him out there in 3rd down in some situations and turn him loose, that's a great option for them with the Chargers.
Brandon Staley, defensive coach, is a defensive player. Always fascinating when the first-year defensive coach gets to get that voice in this. That's where he goes.
And one of the great things I like about Brandon Staley as a defensive coach, what did he play in college, Peter?
Quarterback.
So he's looking at things from an offensive perspective with defensive, mindset as well. He matches it quite well.
So they get a Rump out of Duke, and now here's the Vikings pick.
Here comes the Vikings pick.
With the 119th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Kene Nwangu, running back, Iowa State.
Kene Nwangu, running back out of Iowa State.
That speed when you watch him, he's 210 pounds. Keep that in mind when you see him. He's a little bit tight again. The change of direction, the quickness, I would say it's more speed than quickness when you watch him, CD. But man, when he presses and bounces, and he presses the whole bounces outside and gets in the open field, you're not going to catch him.
And you're exactly right about a pro day testing special, because during his time at Iowa State, see this run here? He didn't get many opportunities to do this. This guy named Montgomery is with the Bears who was there. Breece Hall who's there as well. But he is a kick return guy. He is absolutely special, Peter. Punch out some film of his kick returns.
And now he goes with Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, and they've got a nice little thing there. And it's, of course, Cook will be next offense.
Patriots pick is in, awaiting the pick.
Patterson was that big-time kick returner. This guy can replace him.
Rich, I apologize because I missed the opportunity to go from Bobby Brown to Rump Shaker.
It's okay, because as you know, when it comes to that sort of stuff, it's my prerogative. I was sitting on that for literally 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. Here's a Patriots pick from the stage.
Shut up for New England with 6. Way to go, Chelsea. With the 120th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Ramondre Stevenson, running back, Oklahoma.
Ramondre Stevenson, running back, Oklahoma. It's the Patriots pick.
231 pounds. Was really just a no-nonsense runner when you watch him. You'll see him, once he gets to contact, his feet don't go dead. In other words, you'll see his feet stop. He just accelerates through contact. He's very physical. Doesn't have that home run speed, but he gets the ball out of the backfield. And one of the things, CD, when you watch him, and I guarantee you New England loves this about him, he's one of the better pass protecting backs in this year's draft class, which is something New England's going to value.
And not only that, but the way that they like to run the football and have the chance to give a little bit of help to Damian Harris, Peter. All right, this guy, big, strong. And remember, he missed a bunch of games last year, had a suspension. So his legs will be a little bit fresher than other guys, but it also brought him a little bit something to prove, too. Yeah, and I'm fascinated with this entire draft, obviously, for New England. We've been breaking it down for 3 months leading up to this point. Gotta get your quarterback in the future. Of course, we know they're going to go with a bunch of running backs. But Stevenson, of course, will be in the mix. And big schools, Alabama, Oklahoma. Now we're checking those guys and we're watching those games.
Yeah, it looks like he's been talking to Nick Saban and Lincoln Robert the last couple of weeks. We're back. The Jaguars selection. They move up. They moved up. Bengals, Eagles, Washington football team here in Cleveland.
Every time I eat stuffed crust with pizza, I play this song.
Watch your hands when I play backwards. Eat 3 toppings, start to crust backwards.
The original stuffed crust, just $11.99.
No one else pizzas that.
I used to have a landlord who thought he could fix everything.
Here we go again.
He could not.
When you need to throw in the towel on renting, Rocket can.
You got any today?
Yes, hello, Elsa.
Those and millions of flexible booking options. Expedia, it matters who you travel with.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Only Invisalign.
Jaguars pick is in. Edge rusher Jordan Smith out of UAB.
And ordinary aligners, so I could create custom treatment plans for every smile.
Bring on spring. The calculators to help you launch your projects and delivery so the store comes to you. This is doing like never before. This is the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed on sale now. It's the most comfortable, dually adjustable, foot warming, temperature balancing, proven quality night sleep we never made. Save up to $1,200 on select Sleep Number 360 Smart Beds and adjustable bases, plus free premium delivery. And it's Monday.
We're here for small business every day.
And to celebrate, we're doing something special. Come in for Verizon Small Business Days.
Our team of trained business specialists
We'll give you a complimentary tech evaluation
To help jumpstart communications,
connectivity,
and security.
and we'll design a technology approach that's tailored for your business. Plus, limited time offers worth up to $1,000.
come into a participating store.
Cincinnati's pick is in. Defensive tackle Tyler Shelvin out of LSU.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzz warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, so here are the last 5 picks, including 2 that went down during commercial break. We've reached the part of our draft coverage where we're taking every pick live. That's okay, though. We're going to keep you up to speed when you sit on your rump. Jordan Smith and Tyler Sheldon were the last picks. Jacksonville traded up for that selection of Jordan Smith. And here's the wild thing. In that trade, hold on for a second, there's a Heisman Trophy winner coming to the stage. Not number one right there. Devontae Smith. And that's to let you know that was the first Eagles pick, and the next Eagles pick is coming up right now. Just want to let you know how wild things work. Do you know what the Jaguars gave up to the Rams to come up and take that spot 129th overall, 21st overall? Was the 4th round selection that they got in the Jalen Ramsey trade.
Nice.
So here's your pick back, let's say.
Where's mine?
Right. Rams also got a 5 and a 7. And the Jaguars got a 6 that's now going to serve as their last current pick in the draft. Oh, it's very Dawkins-like run up to the microphone here.
Eagles Nation, we love you. And with the 123rd pick in the 2020
Oh, they end up getting Devontae Smith. I think
Eagles select corner Zeke McPherson out of Texas Tech.
Ball player, I like the value and all. Let's just talk about the real stuff here. Do not schedule a turkey bowl on Thanksgiving with the McPherson family.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't do it. They've got so many people in their family that are big-time football players, softball players. This whole family is athletic like you wouldn't believe. They said, hey, Mannings, we see you with all the good stuff you're doing, but we have numbers. Let's go get it.
All right. I did not know that. Those are so Zach from Tech.
Zach from Tech.
There you go. This is.
I mean, Dad, brothers have been.
The Washington football team pick is in.
You were locked in on that. I was watching very closely. Everything gets analyzed. Part of that stuff we got to this point in the draft, and I love it.
By the way, you know, the Cowboys, we kind of moved on real quick for them as Washington's on the clock. Cowboys, every pick's defense. Every one of them.
Now, that rule influence.
No, I mean, I guess, look, Dak's back healthy, pay him. You know, quarterback's making $40 million, the wide receiver's making $20. You know, Zeke came off of the combo beach for him to make his point. You know, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got obviously.
Did you watch the defense last
I
year?
know. So you got they basically got that side of the ball fine. Defense, they totally slipped off the ledge last year, bringing in.
And they were thinking defense last year, Rich. Remember, right in the first round, and CeeDee Lamb slipped down. And that was irresistible. Had to go get him.
They killed on Chase on their board, and that was the pick.
That was it.
You gotta take Stevie Lamb.
All right, Washington split their first 4 picks, offense and defense. Linebacker, defensive back, defense, tackle, wide receiver, offense. They've got 4 more picks to go, including this one. They've got a 5 and 2 seconds. The Washington football team. One of their fans coming to the stage right now. Oh, careful. I mean, he literally could. He's backtracking while taking a photograph of himself. Do not fall off the stage, sir. That will go viral.
Look at that.
Sort of a Merton Hanks type maneuver right here.
Ain't no half stepping up there.
All right, now pause and pay attention to us now, sir.
With the thousands of attendants here in Cleveland, Ohio, and the millions watching at home, with the 124th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Washington football team selects John Bates, tight end, Boise State.
John Bates, tight end, Boise State. Goes to Washington football team.
He did, and he stayed committed to the pass too. He went full fade right there.
John Bates from Boise State.
Yeah, they use him, Rich, flex out in the slot. They'll use him also in line. They'll use him in kind of the wing off the ball, so he moves around some different spots. He's got really strong hands. He's got more of a one-speed route runner. You don't see a lot of burst or juice from him, but he's got a big catch radius. At 6'5.5", he can go up and get the football. He's functional in the run game, and I thought after the catch, he's got a little miss to you. He's not going to wow you with his athleticism, but a little slippery with the ball in his hands.
He was introduced by the one-speed route runner.
I like that. You know what was cool about this is, here's my comparison for him as a guy that in Washington, Jeremy Sprinkle, because of the ability to block, going to catch the ball a few times and get upfield and be dependable on what he does. But when this pick was made, you know what I was reminded of? Our colleague Peter Schrager already talked about Senior Bowl. See, the Senior Bowl kid got a chance to be seen a little bit more after being dinged up a little bit at Boise State. This probably propelled him towards this pick here with Washington.
All right, so I don't know. This was scheduled, so I don't think it's because you called out Chris. But Rick Spielman is about to make the next pick for the Minnesota Vikings.
From the Minnesota Vikings, Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center, I'm General Manager Rick Spielman. And with the 125th pick in the 4th round, the Minnesota Vikings select Cameron Bynum, safety from the University of California.
Cameron Bynum, corner out of California. Going to the Vikings.
When he's up in press coverage, he's a little bit better job of throwing his hands, getting his hands on people. But he's a pretty fluid athlete. He's smooth. I liked him a little bit better in press. Again, just if he could improve with those hands. And I thought the effort was outstanding in tackling, Charles. The effort was there, but there's times he falls off a little bit.
And notice it now to miss safety, but signify Anthony Harris no longer there to be there with Harrison Smith.
All right, when we come back, Panthers, Colts, Steelers, Seahawks. One of their only 2 to take 3 picks. How about
Got the Panthers, Colts, Steelers, Seahawks. Up next, then the Rams, then Baltimore, then Cleveland again, then Minnesota, then Tennessee, then Baltimore, then Tampa Bay, and then the best sports team on the whole planet. The Dallas Cowboys pick again, then. I love what we have done. All defense so far. We have got some steals like 2 rounds later than where they should have gone. I loved how we got that linebacker from LSU in the 4th round, and he was projected to be a 2nd round pick. I love what we are doing.
Small decisions make a world of difference. Again. This Canelo face the fearless.
Running back Chuba Hubbard, Oklahoma State, is going to the Carolina Panthers. The Colts are now on the clock.
I can never decide turkey foot long from Subway. That's oven roasted turkey. What foot long you got? Get 150% off. Subway, eat fresh. All right, welcome back to Cleveland. Matt Rule, I guess, saw all the reunions that went down in the first round, where teams got their quarterbacks some targets that they're familiar with. Look who the Carolina Panthers just drafted at running back, 126th overall, Chuba Hubbard.
He's an interesting player. You know, he can really catch the ball out of the backfield. Talk about production. It's been off the charts. Breaks a ton of tackles when you study him. You know, I use this phrase a little bit, Charles, kind of one speed, right? Doesn't have that second gear, that big time juice. Ended up running a 4.5 flat, which is a solid time. But the passing game, using him in the screen game, think about what they have there. That's something they're very comfortable doing. He'll fit right in.
And many, coaches covered what they see. When I say a reunion, Hubbard had 171 rush yards, 2 scores against Baylor in 2019. So that's the way sometimes guys get on the radar screen of coaches. Ian Rappaport, who's literally 10 feet away from us. Take it away, Ian.
Rich, one thing we're used to on draft weekend is the Seahawks trading back. It always happens. Now, one of their top lieutenants, Scott Fitterer, goes to the Carolina Panthers, their new GM, and all he does is set the franchise record for most trades during a draft weekend. Already, he has done 5 trades for the Panthers. I wouldn't be surprised if they got more coming, Rich.
All right, thanks very much. Ian, it's now time for the Indianapolis Colts pick. All right, Irsay Gordon will be the one to do it. And let's get that selection right now. 127th overall. The Colts.
With the 127th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Indianapolis Colts select Kylan Granson, tight end, SMU.
Kylan Granson, tight end, SMU. Colts selection.
241 pounds. Ended up running at a 4.63 is 40. He is very explosive. He's a very smooth athlete. I saw a little bit of Jonnu Smith, just as kind of that undersized player that can really get down the seam and make plays. He's going to be a phenomenal special teams player. We look at his mega number of drops when you really study him. Tricks.
I had the opportunity to bring him on Good Morning Football last week, and fantastic kid, and a great story. Came from a community college to find himself in the SMU locker room, and then suddenly being a star of the team. I think this guy's got a great potential, and he really has a presence about him. Don't know as much about the player as you guys, but the person, he blew us away on set.
Remember, he's a transfer kid who made his bones at SMU. Reminded me a little bit, DJ, Josiah DeGuara, coming out of Cincinnati. Ability to move him around in formations, create matchups, and make plays downfield.
All right, Kevin Colbert, the general manager of the Steelers, is announced the pick that I guess came out of his brain.
Pittsburgh Steelers making their 4th round selection.
Steelers is their 4th selection. Now, who the latest Steeler is?
In honor of the 5 Pittsburgh Steelers entering the Hall of Fame this year, Bill Nunn, Coach Bill Cowher, Bonnie Shell, Alan Faneca, and Troy Polamalu. The Pittsburgh Steelers, with the 128th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, select Dan Moore, offensive tackle, Texas A&M.
Dan Moore, Jr., offensive tackle, Texas A&M.
Left tackle. And that's what Dan Moore is. He is a left tackle. He's got a big frame, 6'5" and 5'8", 311 pounds. He's got very long arms. He was my second best tackle that was available still. I think this is good value. We're able to find him in this draft. A really thick lower half. He can anchor down against power rushers. He doesn't give any ground there. I thought his recoverability when he was out of position was impressive. He's a good football player and a very deep tackle draft, Charles. I think in some other years, you're talking about this player being a 2nd round type guy.
I absolutely agree with that. He's part of 4 offensive linemen, I think, here at Texas A&M this year. They could easily get drafted They call themselves the Maroon Goons because all they wanted to do was be physical up front, move people, and get things going. They actually acquitted themselves quite well against Alabama. You remember, DJ, during that game, Bama blitzed them for a while and they opened up a gap. But they played those guys. They played them very tough throughout the game. And Dan Moore, one of the true tough guys up front.
Our Seattle fans, they're used to this. Hey, everyone, they don't have many picks, and the one that they give it up, they just trade it down. So you have to stay tuned where you are. The Buccaneers just traded up.
Buccaneers traded up to draft Jaylon Darden, North Texas wide receiver.
He's got plenty of good football left, obviously. But when you look at their roster and you're like, okay, well, where else do we need to go? Who's going to play? Who are we going to pick at this point in time in this draft that's going to be able to break our lineup? So you get a quarterback that you can work with, that you can develop. I think at some point in time, there's going to be a time when, the avocado ice cream eventually has got to give way at some point in time. You got to show some age. It just hasn't happened. But to have a guy in the pipeline you can work and develop, it made sense to me.
He just gets tired of it. He wants the real spumoni, vanilla, Neapolitan. He just wants the real.
He'll never want it. He'll never get there.
He just wants to kick back. But for me, watching this move, we knew they had to get someone else in there. All right, they don't really have anyone under contract. And remember how Byron Leftwich played? That long, angular body, made his place from the pocket. Remember the stereotype of a big black quarterback? He's a mover. Byron was a pocket guy. So he threw it from there. Kyle Trask throws it from there. Bruce Arians has worked with pocket guys his entire career. He fits their model quite well.
So the Bucs took Jalen Darden, the wide receiver out of North Texas, I guess, speaking young, and put in the pipeline, obviously, with Antonio Brown signing back with Mike Evans. And
Next up is the Rams, the Ravens, the Browns, the Saints, Minnesota, Tennessee, Baltimore, Seattle, and Cowboys.
The Los Angeles Rams select Robert Rochelle from Central Arkansas, cornerback. Yeah, we've seen a good number of cornerbacks.
Cornerback Robert Rochelle out of Central Arkansas is the next selection at pick 130 for the Rams.
Tremendous speed and quickness. Their teams were split when you talk to them about their. Some really had a vision for him. Others just thought he was too small at 5'7" and change 174 pounds. But I love him not only over the top, but some of those pivot routes underneath with his quickness. And then you've got Robert Rochelle here going to the Rams corner. He was another Senior Bowl kid who flashes when you see him, when you watch him on the tape. He's got the traits, and that's something that they appreciate there with Wes Eaton Company. He can really change directions, and he can really find and play the football. That's some wow interceptions.
You know who really likes Robert Rochelle? Raheem Morris really likes Robert Rochelle. And speaking with the Rams coaches, I got their board was being built. It was, okay, what do you like? What do you like here? Central Arkansas hasn't been a hotbed of quarterback play. Raheem Morris was into this player, and Rochelle is going to be the defensive coordinator's pick, where he really advocated for this one.
No, I was just going to say, if you're a Rams fan, remember when Marcus Peters was out there on the corner and he had those calculated gambles for the football? That's how Robert Rochelle plays out on the corner as well.
And Rochelle covers for Milan Tominsk, right? I'm sorry. I mean, there's certain pop culture things that just pop into my head when you hear somebody like Rochelle. That's how much you can cover. Look at this young lady here at the draft.
Love those parents. How about covering her ears like that?
Well, she's an Eagles fan. You're going to need those later, too.
Guys. So never forget when Tech from Tech got drafted right from this day. So the Baltimore Ravens are now on the clock. We've caught up. How about that? We finally have caught up. The Ravens have just made their pick. Then the Browns, Saints, and the Vikings. Just a ton of picks. Last night they had 4 in the third round alone. The Vikings have already selected today twice, and now here comes a third one right down the chute. The Baltimore Ravens draft. Let's discuss them as they traded away Orlando Brown just last Friday, 8 days ago, and they got Ben Cleveland at guard, Rashad Bateman, and Jason. Don't call me Jason. Call me Odafe Owe. Because he had one of the lines, I guess, of any first rounder said that he called himself Jason, his middle name, because people had a difficult time pronouncing his first name Odafe. He's like, now I don't care. They're gonna have to learn my name. I love that quote.
He's a great kid, too. I got a chance to know him a little bit through this process. A phenomenal kid. And Charles, when we looked at the Ravens, we thought edge rushers, we thought receivers, and we thought maybe a tackle at some point in time. So they've addressed the edge rusher, they've addressed the receiver. Cleveland, who they picked as an offensive lineman, you mentioned Rich, he's going to be a guard. So they still, I think, can look at tackle here at some point in time.
Could this be that point in time? We shall find out. All right, the Baltimore Ravens pick is coming up, and then come the Browns again. The Saints, who have just been an interesting team at the quarterback spot, and we're waiting for somebody else to hit quarterback. We've got a couple left in your top 200, right?
Ian Book is the next one. I anticipate we'll see Ian Book soon. I don't think he gets out of the next 30, 40 picks. It's coming.
Okay. Maybe we'll just hear that one coming because again, it's been interesting who has taken the draft choices at quarterback outside of the first round and what that means.
Well, you were showing that graphic and showing Kirk Cousins getting picked in this round and talking about the fact he got picked with RG3. And my mind went, well, he just got Kellen Mond, who just went to the Vikings. So it's interesting to see which teams are going to fortify that position.
All right, you're looking at the draft's inner circle presented by Subway. These fans have been chosen by each of the 32 clubs to serve as draft ambassadors. And further, the NFL's promoting the importance of getting a COVID-19 vaccine. All of these folks gotten their shots, fully vaccinated. So, we are going to take a break. And when we'll come back, we'll let you know. Oh, pardon me, there's John. I'll let you take right now. We're going to go right now to Joe.
More Ravens State. Tylan Wallace, wide receiver, Oklahoma State.
Baltimore Ravens select Tylan Wallace, wide receiver, Oklahoma State, with the 131st pick.
He can really go get the football. And another one, I love it when you get this type of things on these kids, is they just rave about it. This is the type of guy you want in your building. He's got outstanding character and intangibles. And someone
We are now getting close to round 5.
They chucked the ball at Oklahoma State, and he is one that can go down the field. He goes up, he'll play above the rim to make plays. He can adjust down the field as well. Thought he was a really good route runner. The only question was just his pure top speed. But then he goes out in his pro day Charles and runs 4.49, so you feel a little bit more comfortable about that. But again, I can't stress it enough. What an incredible kid.
Yeah, Peter, I know you had something before I popped in.
Yeah, look, this is a guy who tore his ACL, so there's an injury history there. Came back, obviously, has a great story. His twin brother plays him as well there, and his idol, the player that he loved growing up, Des Bryant, also Oklahoma State. So I got a chance to speak with Tylan. He's a wonderful person and player. But the Ravens had Des Bryant in that building. It's not the same player, but I think it's cool to see this Oklahoma State deal and the connection that they have.
Yeah, one of the coaches texted me this morning and said, when you get to Tylan Wallace, don't forget to mention how good he is at the top of routes.
Yeah.
But he runs his, you talk about being an excellent route runner. At the top of routes, that's where he wins so often, and he's very, very competitive.
Okay, so now it's the pick of the Cleveland Browns, sitting right here, 132nd overall. And they've already traded down earlier today. The Cleveland Browns were sitting there in the old blind spot.
With the 132nd pick, the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Tommy Togiai, defensive tackle, the Ohio State University.
Tommy Togiai, defensive tackle out of Ohio State, going to the Cleveland Browns.
Covers a lot of bases here. What do you think about this young man?
This was the last need that they had to me, was along the defensive front, and you get a very instinctive player. We're talking about guys having a GPS as a defensive lineman to be able to find the football. He can do it. See the comp down there at the bottom of Matt Ioannidis. This has been a Midwest flavor draft here for the Cleveland Browns. They've gone to Northwestern, Notre Dame, and here not traveling far to Ohio State. And Schwartz got in there from Auburn.
Yeah, that's right. They had 2 picks here. James Hudson from Cincinnati was the first. Now from the Ohio State, Tommy Togiai. Seems like these Titans Ravens again when we come back.
The 2021 NFL Draft is brought to you by Bud Light, the perfect draft choice for the NFL Draft.
Hi, Aiden. Well, I'm tired, Bubby. I'm going to have to take me a nap before we watch movies tonight. What do you think?
To help jumpstart your communications,
I didn't like getting woken up at 6 in the morning. Hey, finish your mac and cheese, bub. Go ahead and get off the phone and eat your food.
Virtual equipment to jumpstart your tech.
When you heard there was money in our home, you did. When you need cash out of your
Eat
home,
that.
the simple way
Go ahead and
to
eat that before you get back on your phone.
Your cravings have been taken to new heights, where seasoned beef and crispy potatoes cozy up inside of a warm tortilla. So enjoy the view for just $1. The $1 beef and potato meal, only at Taco Bell.
Tonight, I'll be eating cheesy cauliflower pizza with extra broccoli.
My turn. Tonight, I'll be eating cheesy cauliflower pizza and yummy broccoli.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Is that my leotard?
No.
You can keep it. Bud Light announces a summer stimulus package to get people back out there again. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, our constituents, Americans, beer drinkers, I ask for immediate consideration of the Bud Light Summer Skinny. Highlights include Bud Light giving away sports tickets, beer, and music to people across America. Are they really doing that?
We've just received word that Bud Light is really doing this. Endorse the proposal at BudLightSummerSkinny.com.
All right, the Saints pick is in.
7 rounds, 259 picks, countless questions, one place to make sense of it all. NFL Solo Access is your post-draft headquarters. We're talking the best picks and the bust picks, the unexpected trades and the undeniable talent. It's ready to turn selection into contention, and who can honestly say they won the 2020
I didn't say throw it away.
Stay right here after the
Did you eat it?
for NFL Solo Access.
Okay.
On May the 12th, Eastern Time, the NFL schedule is also fully vaccinated. The schedule itself is fully vaccinated and ready to be.
I like mac and cheese. I ate it.
For the schedule release to actually be scheduled. Everyone in the NFL knows exactly what I'm talking about.
You get that phone call?
He's like, hey, listen, 2 minutes ago, we needed you there. It's an actual, as we're looking at the Bud Light draft, it's an actual release date scheduled for the schedule, which is great. 17 games, 18 weeks, all of them. You'll know the when and the where, and you'll also know on the what channel. And, the great people of Green Bay, I've heard Packers fans, this is what we heard years ago with the schedule is, that they will book a hotel room for every week of the NFL season, find out when the Packers are playing, and cancel the hotel room on the weekends where the Packers are not playing. That's the way they go. So, you look great there, Cleveland. I appreciate that. I assume I am talking to America. The Saints are on the clock. A Saints fan is coming out right now to make the pick. And here we go.
Here comes the Saints fan with the Saints pick.
This is for you, Nation! With the 135th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Ian Book, quarterback, Notre Dame. Hoorah! Let's go!
Ian Book, quarterback Notre Dame, going to the Saints. I was waiting for the Saints to draft a quarterback.
I thought there were several teams that were targeting Ian Book here early on day 3. And when you see the comparisons, when I watched him, I saw some similarities to a guy like Tracy McSorley. Well, I like Tracy McSorley, but you talk to other people, they're like, this guy might be Rich Gannon. And that's who they think of. And he's somebody that when you go through the process, you go through the interviews, the teams have been blown away by Ian Book, not only with his football intelligence, but just the kind of toughness and presence that he has when they visited with him. When you watch him as a player, he got better throughout his career. I thought he did a great job, Charles, of being able to create in the chaos. He's accurate when he's on the move, both to the left and to the right. And more than anything else, he's a crazy competitor. And that is a trait that I'm sure Sean Payton and all the other teams that were keeping an eye on him really, really appreciate.
And one thing he fits in a big way, our colleague Joel Klatt and the quarterback formula. Remember that starter when we talk about Bill Parcells with Mark Sanchez came out. That's a huge deal. Only 16 college starts. The Bill Parcells, quarterback, limit of 25 starts, captain, all these other things. Joel's talked about it throughout this draft process about the last 10 quarterbacks to win Super Bowls, how many throws they've made, etc. Ian Book fits all of that. But one thing we all have to keep in mind with early entry, all those other things, we're not going to get this quarterback formula across the board like we used to. So that's what's going to make it harder for evaluators. Kids are going to play 2 years in a redshirt. They're going to transfer schools. Things are going to happen. That's why it's not going to be the apples to apples. We're about at the end of that quarterback formula being that. Ian Book actually fits it.
Well, one thing, Rich, I don't know how long they've been playing football at Notre Dame. I think it's a while.
Yes.
When he's quarterback in Notre Dame, you're doing something right.
That is for sure. And Jameis Winston, along with, as we know, Taysom Hill, who got the run last year when Drew Brees had
Here we go with
and that's your quarterback room right now in New Orleans.
Minnesota's Vikings pick is in at pick 134.
There's going to be a camp battle in the United States. It's going to be Jameis Winston versus Taysom Hill. But what Ian Book's development will go a long way in telling is who actually is active on game day. The plan right now is that Taysom Hill not do as much of his special teams kind of stuff, his extra stuff to focus on quarterback. But if he is good enough as a backup at the time the season's ready to start, maybe he is active also. Maybe they have 3 quarterbacks active.
Janarius Robinson, edge rusher, Florida State, is the Minnesota Vikings pick at 134. Tennessee Titans pick is in with the 131st fifth pick. Rashad Weaver, edge rusher out of Pittsburgh, going to the Tennessee Titans. Arizona is on the clock. Then Seattle. Then the Dallas Cowboys. So, yes. Arizona, Seattle, then the Cowboys, then Cincinnati, then Pittsburgh, then the Rams, Green Bay, Jets, Kansas City, and then that's the end of round 4. Then we go into round 5, starting it off, of course, with Jacksonville and the Jets. I'm honestly wanting to see if Dallas gets yet another steal in this draft. Because like I said, the 4th round, I could not believe that they got somebody that was projected somewhere between 50 and 56 in the draft, basically in the second round, middle to late second round, late in the 4th. Okay. We got a trade here. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Now, there are going to be picks during the commercial break. I'm thinking Dallas is probably going to go safety here. Or, like I said, they might go offensive line, but they've gone all defensive draft. I have no bones to pick with that. But I do want to get like at least 1 or 2 offensive linemen. Let's see who the Cardinals pick is here at pick 136. Like I said, you can get talent in the 4th round. People don't pay attention to the draft thinking, oh, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th rounders are just bust. Cowboy fans, Our starting quarterback, our $40 million quarterback, the 135th pick was just announced. That's where he went. He went in the 4th round. Dak Prescott did. You could not. Just a lot of times they're just wrong. There are good, great players that are having really good careers in the NFL right now that have even gone in the 5th and 6th round. So you just don't know what you truly get. They just did a live second vaccination with the Arizona Cardinals pick. I'm glad that you've done 820,000 vaccinations, Arizona. I'm glad. But, okay. Cardinals select corner Marco Wilson out of Florida. That's a first. A live vaccination during the NFL draft. Kudos. That dude just stood there. He just sat there, said nothing, and just like glared out in space. He was like, "We're okay. We are really doing this." All right.
You can see the place to be, but there's times where he just gets out of the face, being out of a relationship with his man, and he's got some missed tackles. So there's some things to clean up.
Yeah, I'm not very fond of this pick. But hey, it's not my team. So, yeah. I think this corner out of Florida, to me, is the last round pick. I wouldn't have took him till the 7th. Seattle Seahawks with the 137th pick. Their pick is in. And then after that, it is my Dallas Cowboys. The Seahawks select corner Trey Brown out of Oklahoma. Not a good pick with Trey Brown for Seattle. They need secondary help, and I'm sorry. No. Oklahoma has not been known for defense, and I would not take any other secondary. So no. Now with the 138th pick, the Dallas Cowboys pick is in. Let's see who it is. Hey, Lucas, will you go downstairs and bring me up some cigarettes, please? I don't know if it's a full pack. Just put some cigarettes in this pack for me, please. Yeah. if it's not a full pack, if I can't get a full pack, just have them put some cigarettes in there. Like I said, we got Jabril Cox out of LSU, linebacker, with the 115th pick earlier in this round, and he was projected 50 to 56. So let's keep it going. We got Micah Parsons, linebacker, corner Joseph out of Kentucky, Ogunawazua out of UCLA. I know I messed that up. Ghosted. Like, we have some studs on defense out of this draft.
So the Dallas Cowboys are making that selection, and the Bengals on the clock after that. Rams eventually. So we're a bunch of picks behind right now. Cowboys, Bengals, and Steelers are already picked. The Rams are on the clock. Everybody wants to get to the fifth round and move this one along here today. So we're here live in Cleveland, Ohio, here on a beautiful, crisp Saturday afternoon, wrapping up the fourth round. We've got the 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds still to come. Obviously, Stump the Truck. It's always a lot of fun where you tweet at us at NFL Network what you think Truck does not have any tape or film for, and then, of course, the runner to review later on. I'm already getting text messages from people in the league giving me Stump the Truck recommendations.
Thank you.
The best one was Mayon 2 years ago when he was his first draft, I think, as the then Oakland Raiders general manager. He said, "You stumped the truck," and I think he said it's he tested us like the pick we're getting. He's going to stump the truck, right? And he do that. He doubled down on the whole thing. Actually, he went next level, saying my actual selection in the 7th round is a stump the truck. Do you remember this shit?
Do you remember being in Chicago? You, me, DJ, and Mike.
Yeah. Oh, it was Rickson. Yeah.
He texted us all at the same time saying, "No way, you guys have an offensive."
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Thank you for that advice, Sanders. I'll tell you what, I actually used to have a Cowboys leather jacket. I haven't thought about that jacket in a while. I remember it wouldn't fit, to be honest, anyways. I got it whenever I was like 18, 19. It was a present while I was at boot camp, Marine Corps boot camp. And within like 3 years, yeah, nice little couple animals there. I kind of got into it one day whenever we came home, and I saw it just torn to shreds. And it was an expensive leather jacket. I haven't thought about it since. I mean, it costs about $400. So yeah, that's. Here we go. We got Josh Ball, Marshall, tackle, offensive tackle for the Cowboys. There we go. Offensive lineman,